Hello, Monster Band here, and welcome back to Total War, Warhammer 3, and part 11 of my Kugath campaign, where we're facing the might of Kislev. We have... Now, it's very blinding, I know. It's like, literally, you can't see shit through this snow. Snow blinders. That's why they wear sunshades, not because they're assholes. No, it's because it's so bright. And isn't it bright? Yes, very bright. Now, we've got two Kislev armies and one of ours, our reinforcements led by Andrew Wakefield, what a piece of shit he is, and two allied reinforcements coming into the battlefield. We are starting by dealing off with the initial enemy army. Kislev really have just blobbed up. They're very blobby. Not like Mr. Blobby, that's a different kind of blobby. Rock flies coming in from behind, locking down those war sleds. They can be quite nasty. And then our Plague Bearers clashing with the armoured Kossars. Of course, our boys are significantly better. And there's Cuddles. Cuddles getting stuck in. And of course, we've got our Soul Grinder. I think I might call our Soul Grinder, like, I don't know, Aretha Franklin? Because Soul... Get it? Good. Okay, fine. That's good. As long as you get it, that's fine. As long as you get the reason. It's because they're soul singers. Get it? Soul... Okay, fine. Jesus Christ, it's bright. So bright. So very bright. Andrew Wakefield has arrived on the battlefield, leading his forces, but some enemy reinforcements coming in from behind here, led by Yegor Ulrikov. We're going to send our Nurglings to intercept, but then I changed my mind and we sent Andrew to go and help as well, because I was like, yeah, are the Nurglings going to be able to deal with that? I don't think so. We better send Andrew to go and render some assistance. He does love his little Nurgling kids, doesn't he? And then more enemy reinforcements coming up the mountainside. Some splitting off to deal with Andrew, but some then moving to try and reinforce the existing enemy army, although it's a little bit too late, as they are completely surrounded and succumbing to Nurgle's grinding death. He does the twerking on you. It's not nice. It leaves stains. You don't want it. So the Nurgle Soul Grinder is basically an artillery unit. It's still pretty good in melee combat, to be fair. It doesn't have a huge amount of ammunition, but it will sort of like fire these blobs of stuff. Like 3 shots. There we go. And they will do quite a lot of damage. See? Hey, pretty good. Not bad. I mean, you've got 82 kills. It's not quite... I mean, you're doing better than Kugath, to be fair. To be fair, doing better than Kugath. The enemy Ice Witch rushed over to try and attack us and has now fled back from whence she came, sending the winged Kossars, not winged lancers even, that we can't barely see through the snow, to throw themselves against our fort. I don't know why. It seems like suicide for them, but never mind. Some of Andrew's forces getting a little bit tied up there. We have sent the exalted Bloodletters of Khorne to engage the Little Grom, which is an artillery piece, but is so fucking tanky, it's hard to kill. Like, it's basically a steam tank. Like, don't think of it as artillery, it's a steam tank. Meanwhile, Andrew is dueling with the enemy general here. He's getting shot to pieces by the enemy cannons and missile units. Because they've got some, yeah, ice guards. Ice with 29 missile strength. It's quite nasty. Get in there, Andrew. Ow, holy shit. Yegor there taking an absolute beating and trying to get out of the way. The Nurglings holding everyone back. Those reinforcements aren't going to be rendering any assistance. This engagement over here is going pretty badly for the Kislevites, despite their Zargard, of course the elite of the elites. Backed up by the Forsaken and Chaos Spawn. Trying to take out those war sleds. Which looks like they've succeeded. And then our forces moving down to meet the enemy reinforcements climbing up the mountain. They're quite outnumbered at this point. You can see the balance of power firmly in our favour. unsurprisingly. The Kislevites gambled it all. And they've definitely failed. The more sleds coming up the hill trying to save the day, but it's too little too late. The Soul Grinder, now out of ammunition, has decided to just step on people, because why not? It's a big mechanical hulking monster, why wouldn't you? I say, it's still pretty good in melee combat with 450 weapon strength, armor piercing, 46 melee attack, 42 melee defense, 90 armor, and of course it's got that that cloud of supplies, which is going to give it, I mean, that's that including the 42 melee defense, but still, he's a tanky boy with 20% physical resistance. I mean, you don't want to fight it in melee combat, really. Ideally. And the Exalted Bloodletters chasing down this bear cavalry unit and tearing it apart. They may not be anti-large specialists, but they don't need to be. Regardless, they're still pretty killy, and these armoured Kossars are simply no match for the frenzied demonic entities. And Kislev begins to break. We've won a significant victory here. And with any luck, the Kislev assault is blunted for the moment. Well, there we go. That's a lot of experience. Talisman protection. Very nice. Do I want all of... I kind of do. Don't need the replenishment, do I? Nah!
Ingredients for my brews.
Okay, well that sent then Scarpering, didn't it? Fleeing in every direction. Victory over Kislev. You're dead.
Father Nurgle.
Now, you can't move very far. Where is the line of... Ah, it's there. So, I'm going to move you back here.
Haven't we done well?
We have done well, yes. Excellent. Knocked out basically 3 armies there.
Reason to command me.
With only one left, a little bit there. They're going to be fleeing back the way from whence they came. And what we can do is just make sure we've got this for... Good. Good. It was pretty good. 3 skill points as well. Holy shit. So... I like the Rotflies, and we will be getting Great Unclean Ones, and I want this ability. So we'll grab those, which I think is fine. So we'll go with that.
It will supplement my poxies.
And you are going to have Wound Maker. Crow Botherer is going to get Blade Shields. And you are getting Deadly Blades. Make that 2 Deadly Blades. Oh, you've got 2 skill points. My bads! You've already got... Okay, get Double Blade Shield. Perfect. There we go. Okay, that's fine.
The perfect experiment.
Could get on the Beast of Nurgle, but I'm going to hold off.
Father's here.
And Andrew got 2 skill points. I mean, what a guy. What a guy. I kind of want to give him thick-skinned, because he does get pummeled quite significantly, doesn't he? I think we're getting thick-skinned. That's going to put his armor up to 65, which is still not great, but it's better than it was. You can also have... Oh, God, what do we have here? Have a dragon helm? Yeah, seems We don't really have enough enough bits and pieces. You've got Sword of Might, which is only 8. I need to give you something better. What weapons do we have? We've got brass cleavers, which do give everyone more melee attack, which is quite nice. We've already got one of those in the army. Do we go with another one? Oh, you know what we could do is we could merge, we could fuse those two. That gives us a Talisman of Endurance, which is not as good as the Dawnstone. Well, I mean, it's against magical attacks, but still. We'll keep it, but I'm not necessarily going to equip. Poor Andrew. He's not tricked out, is he? He needs better stuff. Oh, and you've got that as well. Oh, shit, I need to get rid of that, don't I? I've forgotten you had that. I don't really like those chaos traits, because all it does is just slow you down. It means you've got to wait a few turns in your settlement to get rid of it, and it doesn't really feel... It doesn't feel interesting enough. I think maybe there should be some changes to that, in my opinion. But it's not the end of the world. It's just sort of like, I'm not... You know, it's not going to make me lose sleep or anything. It's just kind of a bit... It's fine. It's alright. No, I meant to get a plague cultist. Shit. If you want it, just take it. I don't want it. Have it. Take it back. Demonic Frenzy, which is fine. Those guys are dead, which I don't care about. Where are my plague boys? There you are.
Cultist of the plague god.
Yep, that's what you are. That's it. You meander down this way.
Cultist of the Fly Lord.
You meander down that way. We are going to... We want to do some more of this, don't we? Yes. So we're going to do that. Chancellor's Plague Spread and Fever. Summon Plague Cultists. It's going to cost 200, but that's fine. Okay, everyone, look, they're having a little meeting here to decide what to do. They got their ass kicked, and they're trying to work out if, you know what, you're marching, aren't you? And you're in range of some of these other armies. So actually, if we move you, we're going to take attrition. How long is that storm going to last?
Nurgles beloved.
Well, we could go and... There's just one guy. It's just one guy meandering around my territory, which I'm not super worried about. You are a bit of an issue. I don't really want to lose that settlement. Are you replenishing? I think so. Do I head in? Do I just head in, take on everyone? I need to get rid of this bloody trait, don't I? Okay, we're going to pull back just for the moment, just to get rid of that trait, because minus 20% defense for my... It's just mean. It's just rude. Okay, you're going to head down there. I'm going to send you over to Volksgrad. I don't care about you. Take it. I don't want it anymore. It's yours. It seems to be very intense. Did you shank my plague priest? You mother... You son of a bitch. Right, we've got the Rock of Inevitability, which is a little heck. That's quite nice, actually. Spell Shield and Fencer's Blade, along with 7,000 big ones. And we've got the Taint of Nurgle removed. Good. I mean, bad, but also good, in a way. Okay, do you want the Rock of Inevitability? What is it? As an enchanted item, you've got Potion of Strength. That's going to reduce speed, charge bonus, and melee defense, which I quite like. So let's do that. I can also give you the Fencer's Blade, which gives you more melee attack and defense, which is better than what you had. The Power Stone is fine. The Dawnstone, again, is fine. Do we have anything else? A Nurglish... So what do you have already? Recruitment. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I mean, campaign movement range is probably better than that. So we'll grab that. And upkeep for I mean, you do have a lot of Nurgling units, so I don't necessarily need that. We can get that. Because that means that it only costs 57 now. I mean, it's not a huge saving, but it's something, isn't it?
I do it for my children.
That's nice. Does it for his kids.
Hunker
His
down.
horrible, slimy kids. Okay, we're going to have to project some force to break through this little Kislev party that they're having. And it is a party. They're having a lovely party there, which is lovely, but that's nice. But I need to put a stop to it. Basically, if we can capture some of this territory in here, we can plug that pass, and they then can't attack us across the sea. Also, you guys are doing very well for yourself. Can we do anything here? Can we do any quick deals? Military alliances.
Nurgles beloved.
Not yet. Why not?
Whatever it is you want,
Distance.
let it not impede decay.
We're right next to each other, mate. We're right fucking... Okay.
Are you a slaughter?
Alright, well, I mean, that's... Okay, strong feelings there from the Bloodthirster. Big feelings, big strong feelings. Apparently, Carrick Dum has been repaired. Apparently, it's repaired itself despite being under attack. Good for them, I guess. What's our garrison like? Pretty tanky. We do have... Okay, we could get the Court of the Covenant. Do we need that? I'm kind of feeling no. Let's get that one. I'm conscious of my money at the moment because it is dropping quite rapidly. And our buildings are ludicrously fucking expensive. You know, just literally ludicrously expensive. You know, 10k for that building. I'm like, that's 25% of my income. Oh, hello. It says Pyrrhic victory. Why don't we have the reinforce? Oh, it's not really the end of the world. Our ambush failed, but that's fine. We got Andrew. That's the main thing.
We are merely its agents. Let us relish our task.
Andrew there already soaking up a lot of fire, and he will be doing that throughout the battle. You can see, despite his massive health pool, he's getting absolutely riddled. I mean, he's got missile resistance as well. He's got 25 physical resistance, 10% missile resistance. He's got 70 armor, and he's still getting absolutely shredded here. We need to lock down these missile units quickly. Problem is, he's just the biggest thing on the battlefield. In more ways than one. Meanwhile, on the flanks, the Forsaken of Nurgle taking on the armoured Kossars, but they're just not very good at the job. I think the Forsaken might not be particularly useful. The Exalted Bloodletters, on the other hand, now, they are pretty fucking legit. Chaos Spawn also pretty tanky. Andrew, oh dear, he's not looking particularly good. He's down to 4,000 health, which, you know, is the normal health pool of an enemy general, but still much lower than it should be for him. This seems to be going okay. The Nurglings mosh pitting everyone, and the Exalted Bloodletters carving up the flank there. The Streltsy quickly succumbing to the Exalted Bloodletters. The Plague Bearers holding the line despite the light war sleds crashing into them there. How's Andrew doing? He's down to 2.5k health. That's not ideal. But I think we've managed to lock down all of the missile attack units now, with Streltsy have been mosh pitted. The Chaos Spawn have got these guys over here, so I think we're going to be okay. Andrew's fine. He may be a giant piece of shit, but he's my giant piece of shit. Let's take down that enemy general and make life a little bit easier for us. Get him, Andrew. Hit him with your bell. The Ice Guard dueling with the Plague Bearers and Chaos Spawn. Some of the Chaos Spawn having succumbed already. I mean, these ladies are anti-large, to be fair, but our melee defense is going to make the difference. I do like the Ice Guard, though. They're very cool. Oh, Andrew just kicking the shit out of the enemy general. Grigor is just no match for this huge pile of pus and poo. He's just getting sumo stomped to death. Get him. One more sumo stomp. That's it. Down he goes. He's at it. He's done. He's out of there. And with the death of the enemy general, some of these units start to waver, although of course they have their unbreakable bullshit for at least 30 seconds. The flanks are starting to collapse. The Exalted Bloodletters backed up now by what's left of the Forsaken, and the Plague Bearers start moving up to assist additional units. That snow is so bright. Yeah, we got this. Another victory for Andrew, although just about. He is going to have to pick out quite a few arrows from, well, everywhere. I just don't think the Forsaken are very good. Let's take the money, because I need the money. I can use the cash.
I have only a moment to spare.
Hello, military access. I mean, you're not going to give me any money for it, but alright. Alright, seeing as it's you. A fellow putrid postulant. Really, guys? I'm tempted to just abandon it. Upkeep. Recruitment cost reduction for great unclean ones, which is not the worst thing. Or we could get a plague. Let's get a bad disease, because I don't think we have any great unclean ones yet. Rants. Ooh, a Staff of Nurgle. Now, I think. Don't we have the Banner of Nurgle? That's like a set. The Sons of the Mountain. Who? The Sons. I think they're over here somewhere. So I don't think it's a super urgent issue. We have got the Staff of Nurgle. Right. Okay. So. So the Staff of Nurgle needs a standard of seeping decay, which I don't think we have. We don't have that, right? But that does allow us to cast Rancid Visitations, which is nice, but it doesn't give us any combat ability. So, okay, so we should have a new boy. Foul Pus. Now, we want him to be in Andrew's army, so we're going to bring him down here. Now, you will have lost... Jesus Christ, they just keep coming. They just keep bloody... Right, we're going to Plague Volksgrads. Right, infect Volksgrads, and hopefully that will spread even further. We will spread this one. Let's get you in here.
An ice witch bows to Noah.
The joy of disease.
Okay. So, let's give... I quite like the spawn. So let's do something like that. And you can sit in ambush stance. Okay, I'm going to give you some magic. So we want to do something. I mean, if we can give you evasion. How you evade, I don't know. But it will give you more speed and melee defense. So that should make you a little bit more tanky. Of course, your main problem is being shot to pieces. Not necessarily... I mean, you do soak up a shit ton of fire. I mean, you are just a very tanky boy. I don't...
I'll freeze off your fingers.
So my problem is, I need both of my armies to advance. Andrew needs to really heal up for a turn, so we're going to leave him to do that. We're going to upgrade this building because we've got these greenskins down here who are continuing to be a bit of an issue for us, so we'll do that. And to be honest, we probably should have set the plague going here, the rot, to give us... Oh, that's not even the one we want. The growth one. We should have set the growth one going. That's fine. We've got plague down here now, and we're going to send you down to say, I don't know, like... Hergig? No. Kudenwald. You go and spread plague in Kudenwald. You go and do that. And you are going to come down to Sylvania and spread plague there. And basically, I'm hoping we'll spread lots of plague, and that'll give us lots of money. Because step 1, spread plague. Step 2, step 3, profit. Hello? Your main threat is the northern provinces. Oh, good to know. I mean, if you're going to pay me for non-aggression, I'll take it. Guys, is this what you're doing? Are you not actually... You know what? I'm just going to... It's not really a problem, is it? Not really. I guess I can just leave you to do that until I can come round and bop you. Okay, so we've got plague there, plague there, plague down here already, which is great. Big chance of plague spreading, which I love. I love that. Oh, Jesus Christ. You like having a little meeting? Having a fucking meeting up here, guys. Okay, you're probably going to run away, which is not really a problem. Because you won't want to fight both of us, will you? I mean, you might do. Nope. Okay, you ran away. Good. However, that does mean we're meandering our way towards you. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Do we want to spread this one? Extra growth. I think we do. So we'll infect the settlement. I mean, that might infect some of these settlements as well, which would be fine, because that will clear our way. But the main threat is going to be Kislev. If we can crush these armies gathering, they're sort of mustering in the north, and if we can crush them, then the way into Kislev itself should be clear. At least momentarily, until they recruit more stacks. Oh, Valmir, not again. Got a real problem, haven't you? Cracker deads. That's good. It is good. Right, how much? We've got 4 turns that you... You still plagued? You're still plagued, which is good. The plague... Oh, look at all this plague now. Look at the plague spreading around. This is good. This is what we wanted. It's not going to last very long, but that's fine. I'll bring you down. I mean, basically, it's just making a little bit of extra cash. Right. They're really quite dug in there, aren't they? They're really doing their all. So, do we just attack the settlement? Big settlement fights? Let's do it. Jesus Christ. It's a lot of shit. Right, we're going to encircle. Obviously, we're going to need Andrew's help for this. Are you in on this, Andrew? Andrew is on this. Good. It still says valiant defeats. Jesus Christ, that is a lot of shit. Settlement garrison plus the army, and then additional reinforcements joining the party as well. That's a lot of ice guards. Oh well, here goes nothing. This is going to be a massive siege. They've already got a garrison in place. They've got reinforcements coming in as well, as do we. Andrew, though, is coming in from the other side of the battlefield. So here's the battle plan. Breaking through this absolute wall of Kislev is going to be tricky, particularly on this flank where they have additional reinforcements coming in. So the plan is as follows. We have units of Plague Bearers backed up by Plague Toads and Crowbotherer moving up to engage this side of the settlement. The plan is get inside those walls and then use the walls to basically get surrounded and hold on for as long as possible, because they are used being bait for the enemy reinforcements. Meanwhile, Kugath, leading the vast majority of our forces, coming in to attack this side of the settlement. He is going to try and push through towards the city centre. Meanwhile, Andrew, coming in from behind, is going to lead his troops to attack the unprotected rear of Kislev, and hopefully then push down to relieve our beleaguered Plague Bearers down here, assuming they survive that long. They do, however, have an elemental bear, which I wasn't really expecting, which is a bit of a problem. I was hoping he'd be the other side, but he's this side, so we're just going to have to deal with it. So Crowbother is going to have to bother a bear as well. And our Plague Bearer is now moving in to basically create a big old mosh pit here. They don't have that many missile units in this area, so that's kind of a bonus. As we push our way into this area, the Rockfly is going to try and lock down some of these missile units to cover our advance. Andrew is making his way towards the settlement now. Of course, the problem is the Plague Bearers are very slow, which means they're going to turn up the battlefield fashionably late. At least the Forsaken and the Exalted Bloodletters are going to be fairly quick, and Andrew is no slouch himself. At 38 speed, he's got. I mean, I guess it's the momentum basically. Once he's got going, he can't stop. So we have blobs up over here, which is exactly what we wanted to do. And a lot of Winged Lancers throwing themselves at us. We've summoned in more Plague Bearers, and the bear is currently dueling a Great Unclean One that was summoned in to help out. I'm not sure he'll do particularly well, but that's okay. He's just there to be, I don't know, a target. So far, so good. We are holding the line, and that's what they need to do. But reinforcements now on their way, and there's not many reinforcements, but it's enough to cause us issues. Plus 2 enemy generals, a caster and a boyar. Over here, the Rockflies have thrown themselves in against the Ice Guards to give them a bit of cover for the Plague Bearers as they advance down the ramp there. More Plague Bearers now advancing up this ramp, and we're going to try and converge on this location, victory location there, to capture that. As Andrew advances through the rear, you can see there's not really much to slow him down apart from a unit of Kossars and a little Grom. What we're going to do is we're going to send 3 of our Nurglings to take each of these victory locations, lock those down, and then hopefully push up towards the city centre and take that location as well. Just knock down all these towers if we can. But the centre is defended by Tsarina Katerin herself. So it's going to be a tough ask, but I think Andrew can do it. He may be a piece of shit, but he can certainly kick the shit out of a scary ice lady. Okay, we've broken through over here. This seems pretty good. We're now pushing on towards this victory location. The Rotfly is going to move in and engage these missile units hiding up here on this cliff so that they can't continue to rain fire down on our heads. We're healing ourselves up using Fleshy Abundance and using Virulent Contagion to reduce the melee defense of these units currently engaged with us. Crowbother are doing an absolute sterling job as he beats up a giant elemental bear that is currently engaged in combat. It's just a big blob of Plague Bearers and Plague Toads here, trying to bring this elemental bear down, but he's a big boy, and only really Crowbother himself can deal with that. So he's going to be concentrating his attacks on the elemental bear, trying to bring that down. Andrew is throwing himself against the defenders at the city centre, and this is going to cause a bit of a problem for the Kislevite defenders, because they're going to have to split their forces now between dealing with Kugath and dealing with Andrew. And as you can see, the Zargard now trying to get away from the Exalted Bloodletters. Andrew is just soaking up more and more fire there. Ice Sheet's slowing him down to 18 speed, but if they're going to want to protect their victory location, they're going to have to stay here. Which means no amount of slowing me down is going to help. These Kossars fleeing from the Forsaken of Nurgle, but I actually think they're slightly faster. Yep, we're slightly faster, which means we're slowly catching up with them and tearing them down. And the Nurglings now moving towards these victory locations and capturing them. We've captured one victory location, which is good. So that means that's knocked down those towers that are causing us issues. The rock flies throwing themselves against the missile units on the cliff face there, tying them up, meaning they can't open fire on us, giving us some... Oh, and we've taken the center as well. Zarina Katerin now throwing herself in against Andrew to try and retake the position. But the vast bulk of our forces, being Andrew, really, because he's just a big bulk, has arrived. He's taking a lot of fire, though, as enemy units nearby rain ice arrows down on his head. The Nurglings moving up to take those victory locations, but then move them to assist. And the Plague Bearers have almost reached the engagement, which is good. That's nice of them. Nurglings moving over to capture that victory location as well. Meanwhile, down here, the Elemental Bear is almost dead, mostly thanks to Crowbotherer. Go on, hit him with your mace. That's it. Attack his ankles. He hates it. That's his weak spot. He's like Achilles. Take him down. Take him down. And you know what? The Plague Bearers actually holding on a lot better than I thought they would. I looked at the amount of forces coming in. I was like, I think we might lose this entire blob. And maybe even Crowbotherer, but he's doing it. And the Elemental Bear is going down. He's surrounded. He's taking a lot of damage. And he's down. They've done it. And additionally, our Soulgrinder and Kugath are now helping out this side of the flank with artillery bombardment, as well as a big old explosive boil right in the middle of this blob of infantry. Ooh, that's going to sting. And that looks like it's actually started a bit of a mass rout here as multiple units start to break and run. Meanwhile, the rest of the city has been basically overrun by our forces. The last few holdouts, Kossars, who were sort of like hiding away, but we've certainly captured the city centre now, and Andrew's forces moving down to finish off Katerin. Yep, she's getting blatted. And the mass rout has begun. The Plague Bearers just could not be brought down and backed up by Kugath and the Soulgrinder. They've done it. They held on. They did everything they had to do. Rotflies also now arriving just in time to help finish off the last few units. Oof, what a fight. And we only lost one unit of Plague Toes, which I'm amazed by, to be honest. These Plague Bearers did so well. I mean, gee, I wonder if maybe it was that additional leadership on these Plague Bearers that just maybe clinched the deal. I don't know, but yeah, that was good. That was enjoyable. It's not really worth the money. Loot and Occupy is only worth it if you make a shit ton of money, because otherwise you just have to repair the buildings anyway, and well, you end up in basically the same position. Okay, well, we definitely have broken through, which is good times. Let us go with some extra control. There, we got the Standard of Seeping Decay, the Obsidian Lodestone, the Ice Court rules supreme. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced by that, but there has been a confederation, which means the Ice Court is now even stronger. Oh, good. Good. Well,
Father Nurgle.
good. Let's just bop these nerds. It's not even that much money, but I'll take it. And we'll hop you out of the city, because that's not really going to help you. And it might allow us to... Well, if they have another army nearby, what they might do is lay siege to us and then send an army to attack Andrew, and we don't want that. So that should be... Hopefully he's close enough, probably. 4 skill points. Holy shit. Blight Boil, always good. Rancid Visitation, always good. Kind of like Stream of Corruption, but might leave. I tend to not put Kugath in melee combat. He's better outside of it. In fact, Bloated Doobie Watsits is probably a good shout. And I might get this as well.
Yes, this will aid my studies.
Good. Let's get Woundmaker and Crow Botherer. What a guy! He held that flank together somehow. I don't know how he did it, but holy shit! What a guy! Let's give him thick-skinned. He probably is. It's all the boils in the way, and Wield Al Stankovic is going to get immortality, obviously. Let's go hard to hit with you. Right, what can we get? I could... Do I just get another Plague Toad? Just be done with it? How much? Speed of 59. You've got a speed of 42. I'm tempted to get them. Alright.
I require only the
And Andrew, once again, just getting shit done. Fleshy abundance.
Wonderful gift.
Wasn't it, though? It was a lovely gift. Okay, things are going pretty well, and our money is even actually going up rather than going down, which is nice. Should we get the demonic egg sacks? Yeah, let's get the. I mean, may as well tick along like that. Phaedrion, you're back. Phaedrion. Going to come down here. Obviously, we've got a new opponent potentially, but I'm fairly sure we're okay. And I actually think we won that engagement last time. I think we just whittled them down through sheer attrition. Hello. That is fine. We'll have a bit more garrison here soon as well, so we should be okay on that flank. And we can start pushing into Kislev, despite the fact they've now got even more settlements. But that's something more about next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.